It's out there. A massive world, silent and unseen, lurking in the darkness beyond Neptune. For billions of years, it may have hidden itself at the edge of our solar system, too far, too faint, too cold for human eyes to detect. But now, for the first time, we may be catching a glimpse. NASA's quantum AI has just flagged something extraordinary buried deep in James Webb's data. A faint, slow-moving signature. Not a star. Not a galaxy. Not noise. But something closer, something far stranger, something that could be the long-suspected Planet 9. If this signal is real, everything we thought we knew about our solar system is wrong. The maps in our textbooks, the models of planetary formation, the very architecture of our cosmic neighborhood, all of it may need to be rewritten. For decades, astronomers have searched for Planet 9, chasing hints and anomalies, whispers in the darkness. And now, the most powerful space telescope ever built, paired with a machine intelligence beyond anything we've had before, may have finally cracked the code. But before we reveal what this strange candidate might be, we need to ask a question. How do you even train an artificial intelligence to hunt for a ghost planet? A world so far away that it glows only faintly in the coldest reaches of the infrared spectrum? The answer to that question doesn't just change how we look for Planet 9. It changes how we will search for everything in the universe. The rumors began quietly. A handful of scientists trading notes in private channels, whispering of anomalies in Webb's raw data. Then the speculation spread. NASA's advanced AI systems had been quietly combing through Webb's enormous archives, running searches no human could possibly perform. Webb produces billions of infrared pixels, capturing snapshots of space in detail so staggering that no team of astronomers could ever check it all. Imagine being asked to find a single firefly in a stadium filled with floodlights. That's the challenge of spotting a distant planet against the backdrop of stars and galaxies. For decades, it was impossible. But AI doesn't blink. It doesn't tire. And when you combine it with the bizarre, almost alien logic of quantum computing, the impossible starts to look possible. Traditional computers move step by step, checking one path at a time. But a quantum-enhanced AI can explore countless paths simultaneously, flipping through cosmic possibilities like millions of dice rolls all happening at once. Instead of drowning in chaos, it finds patterns, tiny shifts of light, subtle movements against the stars that could reveal a massive hidden world. And that's exactly what Webb's data revealed. A faint red glow that moves ever so slightly between observations, drifting like a ghost across the night sky. Too faint to be a star. Too slow to be an asteroid. And too real to ignore. But Webb isn't the only line of evidence. On the other side of the world, a team of astronomers at Taiwan's National Tsinghua University has been running its own investigation. Using older infrared sky surveys, they played detective, comparing images taken decades apart. In NASA's IRIS data from 1983, a faint dot appears. In JAXA's Akari data from 2006, that dot has shifted, just as a massive planet would after 23 years drifting at the far edge of the solar system. The math is elegant. If an object were orbiting at roughly 700 astronomical units, 700 times farther from the Sun than Earth, it would move across the sky by almost exactly the distance they measured. And here's the shocking part. Judging by its faint infrared glow, this object isn't small. It could be nearly as massive as Neptune. That's not a minor planet. That's a world. Yet it doesn't quite fit the models of Planet 9. Its orbit appears tilted, maybe even retrograde, as if it's not a native member of our planetary family at all. Which leads to the most unsettling possibility of all. What if Planet 9 isn't a missing piece of our solar system, but a captured rogue, an alien world adopted by our Sun? This is where the James Webb Space Telescope becomes more than just a passive observer. Unlike ground-based surveys, Webb can stare deep into the coldest shadows of space, detecting heat as faint as 30 degrees above absolute zero. That's about 400 degrees Fahrenheit, the temperature where almost everything is frozen solid. At those extremes, a world of gas and ice would glow only faintly in infrared light. but faint is enough. Webb has already proven it can reveal details no one thought possible. Shimmering rings around Neptune, frozen hydrocarbons on distant Kuiper belt objects, the glow of galaxies at the edge of time. If Planet 9 is out there, Webb may already have captured it, hidden in plain sight, a dim speck waiting to be noticed. And what if Webb has already seen it? What if Planet 9 has photobombed one of Webb's countless images, sitting quietly in the background of a deep space exposure? Astronomers and citizen scientists are already combing through Webb's archives, pixel by pixel, looking for any object that shifts position between frames. The AI has already raised its hand. Now, humans are rushing to confirm. But what exactly are we looking at? If this candidate proves real, what is Planet 9? The leading theory is that it's a primordial ice giant, a world that formed alongside Uranus and Neptune in the solar system's violent youth. In that era, planets danced dangerously close to one another, nudging and flinging each other into new orbits. One close encounter with Jupiter or Saturn could have been enough to hurl a planet outward, banishing it to the frozen frontier where it has lurked ever since. Another possibility is even stranger. Planet 9 might not be ours at all. It could be a rogue planet, an orphan born around another star, ejected into interstellar space, wandering in the darkness until it stumbled too close to the newborn sun. Caught in our star's gravity, it became a permanent, if reluctant, member of our system. If true, then Planet 9 is a gift from another star, a visitor frozen in exile. And what would such a world look like? At 5 to 10 times Earth's mass, it would likely be swathed in a thin, frigid atmosphere. Methane and nitrogen would freeze into glittering frost across its surface, sublimating into wisps of vapor only when the planet swings closer to the sun in its elongated orbit. It might host moons, icy satellites orbiting in silence, locked in a dance too distant for sunlight to warm. Perhaps it even has rings, faint halos of frozen debris circling a world lit only by the faint glow of starlight. Imagine it. A cold, blue planet orbiting in darkness, its pale moons casting shadows across a surface we may one day explore with robotic probes. But discovery is only half the story. The hunt for Planet 9 is also a revolution in technology. NASA's Quantum Artificial Intelligence Laboratory, QUAIL, is pushing the boundaries of what's possible in computation. By harnessing quantum bits, which can exist in multiple states at once, they've built systems that can scan astronomical datasets so vast they would overwhelm any supercomputer on Earth. This isn't science fiction. It's happening now. The same kind of AI that discovered hidden exoplanets in Kepler's data, the same algorithms that spotted signals human eyes missed, are now trained to search for worlds in our own backyard. And the stakes couldn't be higher. If Planet 9 exists, it reshapes our understanding of solar system formation. If it doesn't, it forces us to confront mysteries even deeper. Why do the orbits of distant objects seem so strangely aligned? What invisible hand is pulling on them? And there is one more card to play. Even as Webb and AI probe the darkness, a new observatory is preparing to rise in Chile, the Vera C. Rubin Observatory. With a 3.2 gigapixel camera and a survey strategy unlike anything before, Rubin will scan the entire visible sky every few nights, creating a living movie of the heavens. If Planet 9 exists, Rubin will see it move. If it doesn't, Rubin will close the case forever. And here's where you come in. Rubin's flood of data, 20 terabytes every night, will be too much for professionals alone. Citizen scientists will be invited to join the search, scanning images, flagging anomalies, becoming part of the greatest treasure hunt in astronomy. The next world could be discovered not by a supercomputer, not by NASA, but by someone like you. The modern hunt began in 2016, when Caltech astronomers Konstantin Batygin and Mike Brown noticed something odd. Several distant trans-Neptunian objects, icy bodies far beyond Pluto, shared strangely aligned orbits. It was as if an unseen giant were shepherding them, pulling their paths into order. The odds of such clustering by chance were vanishingly small. A hidden planet explained everything. Their calculations pointed to a world 5 to 10 times Earth's mass, orbiting far beyond Neptune, taking 10,000 years or more to complete a single lap around the Sun. If it exists, it qualifies as a true planet, massive enough to clear its orbit, powerful enough to sculpt the outer solar system. And now, almost a decade later, the evidence may be materializing. Think about what this means. For centuries, humans have drawn maps of the solar system. First with naked eyes, then with telescopes, then with spacecraft. We thought we knew the architecture of our neighborhood. But we may have been missing a planet the entire time. A massive, frozen world 10 times Earth's mass, orbiting in silence just beyond the reach of our perception. If confirmed, Planet 9 would be the first new planet discovered since Neptune in 1846. It would change the way we understand planetary systems everywhere. It would bridge the gap between our solar system and the thousands of exoplanets astronomers have found around other stars. And unlike those distant worlds, this one would be close enough to touch, close enough that future generations could send probes, orbiters, even landers. Our children, or their children, may one day walk on the icy moons of Planet 9, looking back toward the Sun as a distant point of light. We live in a remarkable age. The tools we've built, James Webb's infrared eyes, quantum AI's alien logic, Rubin's sweeping gaze, are about to reveal the truth. Planet 9 may be real. It may already be waiting in the data, a ghost finally stepping out of the shadows. And when it does, the story of our solar system will change forever.